What?
Are you playing against Diplo on Twitch?
Why do you ask me if I'm playing on Twitch?
Because you got that mega headset on, like you're gaming somebody, man.
Well, what are you at a rap concert? You DJing? You got your headsets, you got your microphone, yo, MC.
Man, I got my microphone, I got my headset, yo, I got my laptop, yo, I got my interface, yo. Yo, check out my interface, y'all. Yo, check out my microphone, y'all. Yo, check out my headphones, y'all.
Fake ass riffraff over here.
Yo, these are Yamahas, y'all.
Are they Yamahas?
Yeah.
1 hour.
Oh, you got a deadline?
No.
Yes.
1 hour. Set your timer.
You can't even hear it.
I can hear. You got 1 hour, Chris. I'm the one that's married, but you got a deadline. you got a bedtime. Am I coming out? Obviously she can hear me, so am I coming out of your speakers? Am I coming out of your headphones?
I don't know.
Check 1 2.
Like the headphones are props. Like
You can,
microphone is too, because he can clearly hear me and I can hear him.
The headphones and the microphone are props.
all right, try to speak now.
Check 1 2, man. Check 1 2.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're coming out of your.
I can't hear your audio.
You got to fix it. Fix it.
I can't hear your audio.
Okay, then fix it. I can hear you. And now I'm looking at your dick. Oh my God. Check 1 2. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2.
So you're coming out of the. I'm trying to have you come out of this. Hold on. So you won't come out of my speaker.
Some more tech fails, I guess.
Bullshit, man. Where's Don? Fuck.
I think he's in Jersey. Oh my God. It's like you only have 1 hour. You're only allowed to be on the show for 1 hour. You better fix your speakers. The best podcast, man. It's the best podcast around. It's the best around. No one ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. No one's ever gonna keep you down. Whoa.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes. All my shit works, man. None of your stuff works. Just have me come out of the I guess just come out of the laptop. I mean, if you need to hear
Why
me.
does it have to come out of the laptop?
Oh, am I coming out of your headset now?
No, you're not. You're only coming out of the laptop.
You have to like turn your you have to turn your system on, man. I don't know what to tell you. Dude, there's nothing
why this isn't working.
built-in wait a minute. Headphones? Is it built-in input?
And it keeps saying update.
Update what? Zoom?
Software update.
For what?
I don't want a software update. I just want to go in the system's preferences.
You better click like update later. Oh, wait a minute. Are the headphones plugged into your Mac? You're just trying to hear me out of your headphones, but are the headphones plugged in the Mac? Are the headphones plugged into the Mac?
All right, say something.
1, 2. Are the headphones plugged into the Mac? Are the headphones? Oh my God. Can you hear me? 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Check. Up, down, up, down, up, down. This is the best. This is the best fucking podcast on YouTube.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
So, put me back on the laptop speakers. Laptop speakers.
I mean, why can't I hear you on this?
Do you have me on the laptop speakers right now?
Yes, I'm trying to get you.
Okay, I get that. I get that. I get that. So, do you see the little speaker icon, top right, man? Top right of your laptop. Do you see this little speaker icon?
What's that?
Are those headphones plugged into the laptop, or are they plugged into your crazy ass setup?
They're plugged into the interface.
Then you got to pick the interface. So you got to go into Zoom and click on the little microphone icon and go to Zoom, click on the up arrow next to the microphone, select speaker, and then you got to select your interface as the speaker.
That's what I just did.
And I'm still not coming out of your interface.
That's what I just did.
Okay.
Out of the laptop. I don't understand how this shit worked before. And I can't go into system preferences.
Okay, go to all right.
How did we do it before?
Huh?
How did we do it before?
Dude, I don't know, because you take apart your shit all the time. Like, your shit never works because you're always taking it apart. So I don't know. I mean, dude, that's not a good look. That's not a good look on your part. You don't know how to work your gear, dude. Like, how are you going to do DJ streams now? How are you going to do, like, how are you ever going to do a podcast? You got to select Complete Audio 6 as your speaker.
I did. It just doesn't work.
Then keep it as your laptop speaker then, and take the headphones off. If you can hear me and I can hear you in the mic, I don't see what the problem is. But bro, like, why don't you, okay, take those.
All right, it works.
Because it wasn't turned on.
It was turned on.
No, it wasn't. You're lying. I know you're lying. You didn't have it fucking turned on the whole time.
It was.
It wasn't. You're lying. I know exactly. I know you're fucking lying to me now. You're fucking lying. It wasn't even turned on. It wasn't even fucking turned on, man. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it, dude.
I had to hit a button, man.
Yeah, the on button, the power button. It was all. Why do you keep showing me your junk, man? You keep showing me your junk, man. Yeah, you had to hit a button. You had to hit the on button. Tech fail. That's your name for now on, dude. Tech fail. You fail at tech. You don't know how. Like, that studio is a disaster zone. I don't know how you make songs. I have no clue how you even get like just the first bass line done. Nonetheless, like a complete track. I don't know how the fuck you do it.
It's a miracle.
No shit. No shit.
It's been going on for years.
Tech fail, man. Technological technologically inept. Technological. But seriously though, like you didn't turn it on.
No, I had it turned on.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it was a
No, you
technical.
didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't.
It was
I want
a technical difficulty.
admit to me, and and we're not moving forward until you admit to me you never fucking turned it on in the first place.
I did turn it on.
No, you didn't. Admit it to me.
The interface was turned on, bro.
Okay, all right. I believe you now. You're getting upset. I believe you now. Don't get upset, man. Don't start crying. I know it wasn't on though. I know it wasn't on.
It was on.
Okay, it was on. Fine, it was on.
10 minutes into this.
Yeah, just about. Well, now I have an editing job. I don't like doing post on this show at all. I don't like doing post. I try to make everything like seamless, live, perfect, live production. And only you and or Don, only TechFall or Mickey caused me to actually have to do post work, and I fucking hate it. But such is life, man. Such is life.
Yeah, welcome back to Zombie Squad Cast.
Zombie Squad Cast, more like TechFail Cast. So Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away today on Rosh Hashanah of all days.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
Very unfortunate.
very unfortunate. She's like died at the age of 87. I mean, Christ, she was like she did everything that a woman Supreme Court justice, like, what the hell is she? She did like everything. Everything.
Yeah, it's tragic.
Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Oh, let me backtrack. Judge of the United States Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit from 1980 to 93, and then from 93 to 2020. She was in office. She was an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court up and until today. She passed away. She died September 18, 2020 from complications of metastatic pancreatic cancer at her home. So she was battling cancer and working. So
Yeah, you're working your entire life, basically.
yeah. Too bad she couldn't get Trump out of office. But whatever. She'll be missed, man. She was like the first woman to do like everything.
Yeah, that's like on the same lines of if Clint Eastwood died, you know? He's 90 years old.
Yeah. She became the longest serving Jewish justice ever. Yeah. Yeah. And a woman. So
I feel like Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro are gonna die on a movie set together.
I hope not.
They're gonna ride it out to the end.
Yeah. Like all these people dying and somehow Trump's still alive.
Dude, they're gonna do 3 more movies together.
Irishman 2, Irishman 3,
Goodfellas 2,
Goodfellas 3, The Departed 2 and 3.
Casino 2.
Yeah. Taxi Driver 2, The Return.
You gotta throw Leonardo DiCaprio in there.
Yeah.
You know, that's his boy. It's his right hand man now. Yeah, I'll throw De Niro back in there every once in a while, but Leo's my man.
Yo, like Martin Scorsese just started like, hey, Leo,
You're my guy.
you're my guy. Used to be De Niro.
But you're my guy.
You're my guy now. You're my guy. Oh. Yeah, I still haven't seen The Irishman. It's like 4.5 hours long or some shit.
Dude, it's super long.
Yeah, that's what I heard. It's a really long movie.
Good movie though. Great movie.
I mean, I heard it's good. It's just you got to like stop halfway through. You got to treat it like a 4-episode miniseries or something.
Yeah. The book was good. It's based off a book, but it was good.
You read the book?
Yeah. It was really good.
You read the book?
Yeah. I did.
What's the name of the author?
I don't know the name of the author off the top of my head, but I did read it.
You know what? Didn't we have this conversation once before on Zombie SquadCAST?
Mm-hmm.
Like I called you out, like I didn't believe you read The Irishman. I swear we had this conversation. I know you didn't have the complete audio 6 turned on. I know you didn't.
Yeah, I did actually.
Okay, fine.
I didn't just have the Zombie Squad button that you hit.
Oh, that's yeah, okay. I believe that one. That makes sense. There's a special Zombie SquadCAST button, right? Is that it?
Yeah, you just got to hit that button.
Okay. Well, glad to know, man. So I don't know. Where do we go from here? Complete tech fail. You only I think the boss told you only have like 40 minutes left to be on the show.
No, I got longer than that.
Now that she can't hear you, huh? That's awesome, dude. I love it, man. I love it. This is my best life right now. This is my best fucking life, man. So quarantining. So the ladies moved in, and you guys are quarantining together, quarantining and chill.
Yeah, she's working from home, just like majority of the people are. Majority of the population.
Yeah.
Still working from home, you know. But you know, this is the life, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm loving it, man. I'm successful, and I wouldn't say like. Let me take that back. I wouldn't say successful in my eyes. I'm blessed, and I'm definitely happy. Like the wife and the baby, man. It's just a blessing. I guess that's a success. So I guess successful, but there's way more successes that I want to tack on to truly say like I am successful.
I mean, do you think that you're going to be acting in the near future, like on sets?
Not until there's a vaccine. The only thing I'll do on set.
What are they saying?
The only thing I'll do on set is work as a COVID compliance officer for sets.
Okay.
Because I can dictate how strict the set is, and I'll make it strict. And PPE and social distance, mask, over the nose, over the mouth, all the time. Wipe down your gear, and I'll try and based on what COVID compliance officers are charging, the day rates, or the weekly rates, they're in high demand and they're getting paid well, and it's a damn good position to be taken on now. But even for that gig, I won't be flying for that. My previous guest, my previous guest, the guest I just had on last, we were talking about that. He does Bruce Milton. He does media for the TSA, and then also he's like a freelance independent filmmaker as well. A number of films on the independent circuit, but yeah, like we were talking about this, like when are we willing to fly? And I'm like, even as a COVID compliant, only as a COVID compliance officer am I willing to go on set before a vaccine. And I still won't fly. I'm not going to fly, and I'm not going to do any like major other old normal stuff until there's a vaccine. I'm not going to act. And the only crew in the I'll do some voiceover, like I'll do telework. I'll do voiceover work from home, live streaming, virtual conferences, virtual gigs from home. The only thing right now that I'm gonna do on set is before the vaccine is CCL, and that's it.
Now, what about doing some acting work over the net? You know, like
sure.
Like, no, I mean, other than voiceover work.
I mean,
getting in front of a green screen in the comfort of your own home, and
You know,
then
like,
submit
yeah.
some buff over, or if they need a commercial done and stuff like that. Are you
I mean,
willing to do that?
You really have to be like high up on someone's list for them, because what they're doing is they're shipping gear to people, you know, and with instructions and like, here's how you set up the green screen, you set up the light, you stand it, and then they might even zoom in and like talk you through stuff. And there's a whole shitload of stuff that goes into that. Now I've already got a green screen and you know, I'm experienced with the technical film, videography and cinematography and production of it, the filmmaking of it. But as far as the amount of spokesperson and commercial work that I have, I mean, I could obviously, if I nail the audition and they love me, then they'll probably use me for that, and that's great. But I mean, I would probably be better off trying to like just knock out voiceovers left and right, and things of that nature, voiceovers, or, you know, like just pick up the 3rd seasons of Rogues and Sinister and have you over one day, just one person over at the house a day, because really it's a one-man band as far as the crew goes.
Yeah.
And then there's either you, Mickey, or Connor, who plays Clark Kent. I was able to shoot myself, and that came out perfect.
Yeah,
And
so like a skeleton shoot, basically.
Like fucking ultra skeleton, dude. Like,
yeah,
you know, like ultra skeleton, dude. Like straight up skeleton crew.
Yeah.
Like one man band, dude. I mean, it's all, and so like the studio's way more advanced than you saw it last. So like I went through 4 or 5 revamps of the studio, and yeah, so I mean, it is what it is. I mean, at some point we got to knock out the 3rd seasons. I know that you and Mickey wanted to talk about, you know, looking to invest in, you know, beef up the 4th seasons plus, which is fantastic, and we got a lot to talk about that. And if Mickey jumps on, we can definitely talk shop, even on the podcast. I'm open for that, but you know, we'll wait for Mickey to get on. But you know, I've been talking to a lot of other Joes that, you know, during the quarantine, a lot of these guys I've had on the podcast, a lot of folks that I worked with on the ID crime shows, and you know, the show that we were both in, True Conviction.
Yeah.
I had one of the ADs of that show on, and I got some numbers from them, so we can talk shop eventually. But
I mean, or just kicking out more money in the promotion aspect of it. Because I mean, I agree a lot what you were saying about, you know, the promotion and
yeah,
and stuff like that. And I think that if we go that route, like,
well, see,
I think that we would get more bang for your buck if you spend money toward the promotion versus like, okay, I mean, you hit some good points when you were talking about the wardrobe of how much that's going to cost.
Right.
And, you know, the catering and paying the actors and just putting all of our money together. But I think that we would do better if we focus more on the promotion aspect of it rather than doing the live action scenes, which that me and Mickey talked about it, and we kind of just spitting off the cuff, giving like a rough ballpark of what we were willing to spend. And he was talking about like 3 Gs, maybe 1,000 per. Like, say if we shoot 12 hours one day, we spend $1,000 on that day.
That's not how it works.
You know what I'm saying?
That's not how that, and that's like, and no offense.
Like, but we were just spitballing of
sure
of what he could come up with, and
right, and that's clearly what I'm aware of. I'm aware of what we can come up with, but the numbers I got now. This is say True Conviction, right? Let's just say True Conviction. True Conviction is produced anywhere between anywhere between $15,000 and $20,000 per episode. $15,000 to $20,000. Now you got to think about it. These guys are churning them out, and that's a much lower budgeted show than, say, Relatively Evil or Copycat Killers.
Mhm.
True Conviction, the one that we were on.
Yeah.
You and I were on set for about 4 hours. They were like, dress you up. And the wardrobe that they had, they reused that shit every day. You have guys, they have like, maybe 10 or 15 different vests, shirts, slacks, police belts, all different sizes. So they go through headshots. They start casting, they go through headshots, and they're looking for people with like your average sizes. Well-built dudes that look like cops, U.S. Marshals, SWAT, detectives like you and I. That's why we played U.S. Marshals. So they threw stuff on. When they're done with that day, they throw it in a van. That van gets parked in a garage. All those clothes stay in that van or a trailer. They reuse that shit because they're shooting 15 to 20 episodes every 6 months. It's all crime. So in True Conviction, and that's one of the lower budgeted shows. Anywhere between let's go all the way down to 10 to 15,000 per episode. How many episodes per season? I think True Conviction has like maybe 10 episodes per season. So 10 times 10, that's $100,000 series, $100,000 season. Season 1, $100K. Then you start moving up to like Copycat Killer quality. That's like $25,000 per ep. And I think second season of Copycat had 14 or 15 eps. So, and this is why I wanted Mickey on here, because Mickey's talking about like $1,000 for a 12-hour day. To do what? 14 times 25,000. That's $350,000. $350K for a season. So how many episodes are you guys talking about doing of Rogues? So there's two series that we already have, Rogues and Sinister. How many episodes per season of each show? And so even Copycat Killers, right? So you got a bunch of like random clothes. Oh, and to make matters worse, I was the lead in Copycat Killers episode CSI, where these two brothers killed their half brother. They were inspired by the show CSI. They were inspired on how to get away with killing their half brother by the show CSI. Okay. And you know what they do? They have us actors bring a whole shitload of our own clothes, and it still costs $25,000 per ep. Food, crew. Okay. So let's say we go the lower budgeted route of True Conviction. You still got to tack on another $5 to $10,000 for the costumes. It's a superhero show, right?
Yeah.
I mean, bro, I think when you showed up on set, I think they threw you in makeup for about 5 minutes. They put some powder, a little bit of foundation, get rid of the shine. Half these fucking supervillains, man, they got crazy makeup. Joker, Harley Quinn, Two-Face. Now, most of my villains, they're not the A-list villains. They're not even the B-list villains. They're like B- and C villains. That's kind of like the kick of the show. That's kind of like the tongue-in-cheek. That's kind of like the super fanboy aspect of the show. From the get-go, you, me, Don, Dwayne, Dre, we were all trying to come up with like, what's like a slick web series? What's like something smart? What's kind of like low budget, real cheap to do? Podcast. Okay, let's try to figure out a podcast. But when I was working on these shows and I saw how skeletal this crew was, and then I saw the finished product. I saw what they were pulling off on set, and then I saw the finished product. And then when you look at the ratings, these shows, man, billions of people watch this shit. Overseas, internationally, people watch this shit. because the international channel for ID is called CI, Criminal Investigation. Overseas, Europe, Scandinavia, like when I went to my dad's house, they don't have ID, they have CI, but they play all the same shit. Everybody watches these Who Killed Jane Doe, Copycat Killers, Evil Twins, Evil Kin, Relatively Evil, Dead of Night, you know, True Conviction. Everybody watches this shit. So there's that production value. But I knew how easy it was to make these shows. You got 3-4 experts sit in front of a green screen and talk about the criminal. Then they base that script. Then they base the script off of what these guys said. They come out with an outline. It's not a screenplay. Nobody's writing a teleplay or a screenplay like you would a film on Final Draft. That's not what they're doing. They're taking the testimony that say, the DA of New York sat down and talked about the BTK killer, right? But so he's just sitting there just talking about the guy. And then they transcribe what he said. Now they have digital text in a Word document. And then they draw an outline around everything he said. And then they come out with scenes. And then from those scenes, they come out with shots for possible reenactment scenes. And that's how it's done. And so when I had all my scripts that I came up with, I had to do a lot of research on these supervillains. That information's already out there. So I just put all that text on there. And what you guys are receiving is the teleprompter text. Now I can take sentences out of that teleprompter text and then make a scene list or a shot list. But just from playing a detective in all these different crime shows, like 40 different episodes, I probably racked up, and I have about 20 to 25 on my IMDb, but there's like 15 more that haven't even come out yet. I probably racked up like 40 different episodes as a detective or an officer or even the perp. So I've been on these sets. I know how they're made. You got to sneeze? You look like you're holding this. You look like you're holding a sneeze. Oh, okay. But dude, skeletal crew, it's still about, like, I could probably pull off an episode and what Mickey has in mind. He wants to go like bigger scale, you know. What was his phrase? You know, he wants to scale down, and he wants to scale down the productions and go bigger picture. I'm like, okay.
Well, we were talking about doing like a 45-minute pilot and then just trying to pitch that to a company.
But what's the point? A 45-minute pilot of what? We already have 2 seasons of both series.
Just one mega series or one mega episode.
People are not going to sit down and watch a 45-minute pilot or a pitch video. If you're going to pitch something, it's got to be 5 minutes or less. But bro, we already have 2 seasons of a show. We can make 3rd seasons. We can make promos to advertise the 3rd seasons. But we just kick into 3rd seasons and 4th seasons. You want to pitch something that's already been made. What's been made is the pitch. And when people are like, yeah, but you're not getting the viewership, you're not fucking promoting it. I'm only one fucking guy. Yeah, but the quantitative algorithms, you're not fucking promoting it.
He goes, well.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, going on my fucking Facebook and clicking like on the shit that I posted, that's not promotion. That's a like. You need to go onto my YouTube, and you need to click on the video, and you need to click share, and then share the not just like my post, but share the YouTube video on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook pages, LinkedIn,
Reddit,
and Pinterest.
And Reddit.
Twitter, Facebook pages, LinkedIn, Tumblr, Blogger if you have it, Reddit if you have it, Pinterest if you have it. And, you know, Mickey's like talking about campaigns and email newsletters, you know, like having a subscription list to an email newsletter. So send it out to them. He's in the fucking show. You know, he's listed as a producer. He's a producer of the show. Yeah, but you don't have the viewership. So you're not promoting it because it doesn't have the viewership, but it doesn't have the viewership because you're not promoting it. So yeah, but you know, I think it could be better quality. Then why if you think it has potential, then why the fuck do you want to invest in it? You want to invest in the next seasons, or like a 2-part ultra episode promo pitch thing, but you're not promoting what's already done. We already have like, you know, 100 hours of content already. We have like 40 fucking episodes out already. First season of Rogues Gallery, we did an episode on Ratcatcher.
Yeah.
Who's now a fucking character in Suicide Squad. Who the fuck is playing him?
Yeah, check that out. Ratcatcher.
The new Suicide Squad with Margot Robbie, Jai Courtney's back in it, Joel Kinnaman's back in it.
Suicide Squad 2, right?
Well,
It says, who is Ratcatcher?
well, now it's the Suicide Squad. See, the first one was called Suicide Squad. The second one's called The Suicide Squad. It's like a soft reboot with half the same cast. There's like 2 rat catchers in it? What the fuck? Oh. Daniela Melchior. I don't recognize her from not a damn thing, but she's Ratcatcher 2. She's like a, because the original Ratcatcher's a guy. I guess she's like, you know, taking the mantle from Ratcatcher. I mean, but like Ratcatcher, Polka Dot Man, Savant, these are characters we already done episodes on. Ratcatcher 2. And it's like, we did an episode on Ratcatcher. Now it's a character in the big DCEU movie. Yeah, but the quantitative viewership and the algorithm monetization, you know, ROI, and it's like, well, yeah, because you're not promoting it. Yeah, but I'm not promoting it because of, you know, I think it could be better quality. I'm like, then why if you think it could be better quality, then why the fuck do you think it has potential? If you think it has potential, then promote what it is now. And we could get viewership. Because you're talking about $1,000 for a 12-hour day. How many 12-hour days?
Yeah. No, I feel you, man. I think we should just go what we got.
So, well, dude, we could, you know, like everybody knows a guy that knows a guy that knows a guy. I mean, like everybody, oh, I should find some angel investors. You know, I know a guy. I should find some angel investors. And that's great. Okay. Promote the fucking show that we already have. They see that. Promote it the best you can. I'm not saying that you have to like spend 12 hours a day, 7 days a week for 6 straight fucking months promoting the show. I'm not saying that. But you got to do more than just click like on Facebook, heart on Instagram. Like you got to like actually type something like Tech, you're in it and you're a producer of it. Mickey's in it. He's a star. He's the star of the show and he's a producer of it. Like if someone doesn't have faith in the show, then why are they also willing to come to my house and shoot the 3rd seasons? If they don't want to promote it, they don't want nobody to see it. And now they're thinking like, well, let's invest in something. And it's like, invest in what? Well, I want to do a promo. I want to do like a 45-minute promo pitch special. To pitch what? We could do 10 episodes with the amount of money that you're talking about doing a 45-minute episode. We could do like 6 episodes.
Yeah.
About 6 different villains instead of just doing like a 45-minute short film. I'm all about doing a 45-minute short film. But bless you. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to put too much of my I don't want to put too much of my future ideas out there yet until like they're released. But I already mentioned, you know, like a couple of promos that I already had in mind for it. And I also mentioned like the evolution of the show and how that's going to go. But $1,000 for 12 hours, like better equipment, better catering, like out of $1,000, like I can break that $1,000 down real quick. I mean, what, $50 for catering? What are we going to get with $50? Snacks?
McDonald's?
Yeah, McDonald's. How many villains, how many characters, how many costumed villains and or heroes are we going to have with $300? Like how many, so actors are working for free, and then where are we going to get the costumes from? Dude, with $1,000, we can go to 7 different fucking Comic-Cons and do what we did at the Comic-Cons. You know what I mean? And feature all the cosplayers. All those cosplayers jumped right in. They did it for credit. They did it for exposure. I put their Instagrams in the show. I credited their names and their Instagrams, and they were all about it. I told them exactly what I was doing. I'm getting footage of cosplayers for this web series we're doing. I love it, and they're doing all their shit. But like, I got a girl that'll do costumes. All right, well, that entire $1,000 is going right to her to like sew costumes. But it's not going to go to her. She's not getting paid to do it. That $1,000 is going to get, you know, sucked up into materials. So she's doing it for free. She's got the $1,000 to spend on materials, but she's doing it for free. $1,000 for 12 hours. So then how many different 12-hour? So that's that's a $5,000 week. So because that's a 5-day week, 5 12-hour days, 5-day weeks. That's $5,000 a week for 4 weeks. That's $20,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
so that's $20,000 total for a month. So what are we going to be shooting in that month? Do we even have $20,000?
No, we don't.
Right. The lower budgeted crime shows, like True Conviction, it's $15,000 to $20,000 an ep. I could pull off one episode, you know, like what he has in mind. And I know what he has in mind. But for what he has in mind, you know, I could do a Rogues or Sinister ep for $20,000. It's gonna be a skeletal fucking crew. He's like, oh, but equipment, dollies, lights. I'm like, no. Costumes, man. I'm telling you right now, because the vision of the show is like these obscure characters. I'm not fucking doing a Joker episode. I'm never gonna do a Joker episode. How many fucking Joker movies do we have? How many Riddler products do we have? Gotham. Just Gotham alone. All the big names are in Gotham. All the big names are in all the animated product. All the big names are in all the movies.
Yeah,
So
have you seen that that Real Wolf presents Hail the Villains? It's a rap video about Rogues Gallery.
straight out of Gotham.
No, it's called Real Wolf presents Hail the Villains with Necro, Sid Wilson, Mr. Hyde, Psych Ward, and Snow Goons. Dude, you got to check it out, man. It's a dope video. Like, they're all different characters from Rogues Gallery. Like, it starts off. I'll play it up real quick.
You can't play it because it's copyrighted.
Well, I'll just basically give you. So, one of the rappers comes out. He's dressed as Two-Face. So then it switches up to like another rapper who plays the Penguin, and then like Sid Wilson from Slipknot plays the Riddler, and then Mr. Hyde plays another character, and then Necro plays Mr. Freeze, and then one of the other rappers plays the Joker. Like, I mean, it's a dope video, man, but I'm sure they paid way more than $1,000 for all the costumes and the makeup.
Hey, listen, man, maybe those rappers, like these guys think outside the box. These rappers probably went and got their own costume and did their own makeup. They probably got their own costume out of pocket because they thought it was a cool idea. It was a dope track. But they recorded the track in a studio. And they're like, yo, this is a dope ass fucking track. So they're like, what, let's all get dressed up. But each rapper probably went out and out of pocket, got fitted for a costume and did their own makeup. There might have been a makeup girl to do like some simple makeup. Maybe.
Well, the other guy played the Scarecrow.
Yeah, but like, dude, it's like, oh, like I get people all the time, like, why don't you make a show? Like, do you have dollies and jibs and steady cams and Ronins? I'm like, no, dude. I don't need it. Like, the second seasons, especially the second seasons of Rogues and Sinisters, high quality, in my opinion. There's a next step, though. I know that. I agree with that. I'm already like I've already planned way far ahead than what you and Mickey are talking about. Like, I got season 4 in mind. I got and then bigger scale ideas for 5, bigger scale ideas for 6, and then there's like a whole new thing that kind of like breaks off and goes outside and all that stuff. And we kind of talked about that already. I don't want, we don't have to give too much details out just yet until it actually comes out. But I got a whole 5-year to 10-year plan for these productions. But it's like, yeah, we want to talk about investing. We want to go bigger scale. Okay. So like $1,000 for 12 hours. Okay. Just give me the $1,000. Just give me the $1,000 in my hand for editing. That's editing. That's editing for like a week. $1,000 is like what you would pay an editor. Shit, depending on rates, that might be like 2-3 days of editing, depending on what they're charging you. So just give me the $1,000, and I won't. And like and shit, Melissa will be like, "Oh, cool, you got $1,000. Edit the show for 3 days. I won't bug you." I had to find time like on my side to edit the shows. I was staying up until like dawn. I was watching the kid at dawn, and I was editing at the same time. We had like some crazy sleep cycles while I was working, because we shot all of Rogues and Sinister, right? We had it all right in the can right before quarantine.
Yeah.
So, hey, dude, like it was all throughout the end of March and beginning of April. I knocked out all of Rogues and all of the second seasons for both shows. But $1,000 for 12 hours? Yeah, sure. Okay. Like that's, I don't know where you got did he give you that number?
He was just talking about the money that he could come up between all three of us.
He can't. Yeah.
We're just talking about a ballpark.
And that's cool. I get that. I like, this is where like the idea is churning, but $1,000 now, like on true conviction, like just I'm telling you right now, like true conviction, $1,000 is like a day. That episode we were on was like a good 5 to 6 day shoot. $1,000 was just like probably just that day, maybe half that day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like catering, dude. Catering was like 500 a day, depending on where you're going. I mean, what kind of catering? Sandwiches? Sandwiches? Bagels from Bagel Town? Okay.
Granola bars.
And no cream cheese. Just bagels. They're not even gonna heat that shit up. $1,000 a day is just gonna be bagels. And like maybe a cameraman. That's it, dude. I mean, like, dude, and I love the enthusiasm. I love the enthusiasm. I love like that people see potential with it. But what I don't get is like you see potential with the show, but there's no promotion for the show. Oh, but it could be better. Bro, anything could be fucking better. Shit. Star Wars The Force Awakens could have been fucking better. It was a phenomenal film, but it could have been better. You know what I'm saying?
Titanic could have been better.
Dude, Sammy G's music video could have been way better. He was promoting the fuck out of Sammy G's music video. That shit could have been better. Was Sammy G's music video good? Yeah, it was good. It was a music video. It was good. Pretty good track. Ultra low budget music video that went with it well. It was good. It was a good video. It could have been better. It could have been way better. You could have like maybe have a real crew on it. Maybe have like real sets. Maybe have like real cars.
Dude, he was promoting the hell out of that video, man.
But it could have been better.
Like every 10 minutes, he was promoting that joint.
But it could have been better. You see what I'm saying? Like, dude,
He's like, man, he's gonna be like the next Chris Brown.
He could be.
He's gonna be like the next Will Smith.
He could be. He could be better though. Don't promote him now because he can be better. Don't promote him now. He could be better. That's like the what? That's where I'm just like, pump the brakes, dude. Like, it doesn't have viewership. That's why you never promoted it. But you never promoted it. That's why it doesn't have viewership. You got all these connects, man. You know all these people. If you had promoted it, shit, it would have probably got bought by DC or Disney Plus already.
Dude, he was in Los Angeles. Why didn't you?
It was in Malibu. He was in Malibu. He wasn't talking. It wasn't talking to nobody about Rogues or Sinister. He was in Malibu. He was at all the big parties, man. Yo, you see that new web series, Rogues, Sinister? Like, that's what I would have been doing. Like, I don't know, man. Like, maybe Sammy gets butthurt if you talk about anything other than Sammy. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the guy either. Like, I was on their podcast once. I was on their second out of 12 episodes of the last year and a half.
When you got what, 68 episodes?
This will be like 70 or 71. And his stuff's only audio. Like, that's what boggles me, is like, it's only audio. How are you taking so long? How are you taking so long? It's only audio. I got fucking, hold on. I got title cards. I got backgrounds. I got another title card. Man, I can't do this very well. I got a logo there. I got a logo there. Man, I'm terrible at this. I mean, come on. And it's fucking turnkey for me. Like it's turnkey for some people, and it's not, and it's really difficult for some. Look, I mean, musically, and like network and connection wise, he's killing it. You know, like investment wise, you know, like the finance investment game, he's killing it. Music, comedy, acting, your on-screen talent, killing it. But like some people just don't know how to fucking, you know, share a video on Facebook. And that's all it is. And you remember like 10 years ago, you were a way different dude 10 years ago. You were a way different dude. But I was like banging my head against the wall. Like I was grabbing you by the shoulders like, dude, this is your music video. Fucking share it. Fucking promote it. Yeah, but man, yeah. And I'm like, you know that, you know, Scotty has an album on iTunes and you're on like half the tracks. So if the album does well, you'll make probably a quarter to a third of what the album does because you're on half the tracks. All your music videos are tracks that are on the album that's on iTunes.
Dude, it's funny, man, because you know how many people in the fire department came up to me and they're like, dude, I saw your music video, bro. Like people I don't even know has came up to me and was like, hey, man, you're that rapper, man. I'm like, he goes, dude, I loved your music video. Like people that I don't even know come up to me like all the time. Like I called infection control, and they're like, dude, I saw your music video, man. I loved it, bro. They're like, yeah. I was like, well, you got to check out Rogues Gallery and
No, you
Sinister
didn't.
Infinite.
Because no, you didn't. Because you're not promoting it, and Mickey's not promoting it, and no one's promoting it. I'm the only one promoting it.
No, I did tell him about it though, for real.
Nah, I'm joking. I'm sure you did. I mean, word of mouth is one thing, man. Word of mouth is one thing, but like, listen, man, like I do what I can as promotion wise on Instagram, and every once in a while, you know, I'll pay for like an extended promotion, and they push it out further than, you know, than the, you know, just the amount of followers you have. But you know, it's time consuming. And on my end, it's like a production. It's like I'm more the production guy. I'm the writer, producer, director. I'm the creator. But when you got a production, and of course it's like we're a team. You know what I'm saying? We're a team. So you guys are the first ones I call. And I wouldn't call you if I didn't think you could do it anyway. I knew both of you would be phenomenal. I knew he was going to be a phenomenal voiceover artist. But it was hard to get him to like meet deadlines. I know we all got full-time jobs and we all got side hustles and we all got like social lives and significant others and shit like that. But like, if, you know, if Joe tells me he can do something and he will do something, I'm kind of expecting him to do it. You know, Joe Schmo is going to like, and I'm like, and even if Joe Schmo is like, well, hey, give me a deadline. Okay. 2 months from now. And like, there was another Joe Schmo, and I hit him up like 3 days before 2 months were up. And he goes, bro, I got till the 30th. It's only the 26th. And I'm like, well, I gave you 10 scripts. 10 scripts are due in 2 months. I haven't gotten one voiceover audio file from you. Well, dude, you gave me 2 months. Okay. And then on the 30th, I was like, you got anything? He goes, no, I'm still working on it. I'm like, you're past deadline. You're done. You're done. And I knew he was going to come through. I went to other folks, but this Joe Schmo was like, he dropped the ball. Yeah. I mean, when people swear to me, yo, just give me a deadline, I'm on it. Like, but what I don't understand is what it is people get out of bullshitting other people. Like so many people are like, yo, I got this film idea. And I'm like, well, hey man, hey, do me a favor. Here's my card. You can't send me too much stuff. Shoot me an email. I'm like, yeah, absolutely, man. Thank you. I'm going to shoot you an email. Crickets. Fucking crickets, bro. And they're like, yo, man, I'm gonna get this show going. I'm gonna get this show going. I'm gonna get actors for you, man. I'm gonna get actors. I'm gonna get money for you. I'm blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna do this, man. Yo, I'm gonna kick out voiceovers for you. You know, you give me 5 scripts. I'm gonna knock it out in a month. The first of next month, you're gonna have 5 MP3s in your inbox. Second of next month, hey, what's going on? Oh man. I'm like, I don't understand what people like. People get off on sounding like they're gonna do something. They get off on sounding like they're gonna write a book. They get off on sounding like they're gonna write a script. They get off on sounding like they're gonna make a mixtape or an album. But the truth is, they want people to talk to them about it. They want to have like a conversation with people about it. They're never going to write that book. They're never going to write that screenplay. They're never going to make that album. Ever. Like a couple of Joe Schmoes that I've ran into, they're like, yo, man, I've been through so much, man. I'm going to be writing my book. And what they want people to do is like, oh, what's the book going to be about? And then they want to tell their story. They're never going to write the book. They just want to have a discussion about their shitty life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, I'm working on this book about it. Are you? Really? No. It's like, it's never going to happen. And dude, like I'm 40 years old now, dude. I went to film school. And just about everybody graduated. Just about none of them are still doing it. You know what I mean? Like they got a job like digitizing assets or, logging and cataloging assets on a digital database for like a bigger corporate media corporation or something. They're kind of in it. But a lot of people just quit. End up being car salesmen or whatever the fuck. Because they truly didn't really want to be it. Like a couple of former colleagues who said they were going to like, man, we're going to get $1 million for my screenplay. And then nothing ever happened. And you look at their Instagram and they like they actually have like some cool branding ideas. But they only have like 1 or 2 posts on their Instagram per month of something that might be in the works. I don't really know. Like it's all obscure and like not really concrete now, obviously. Like before they were like, yo, I'm getting all these actors. I'm getting big names. I want you to make calls and find out how much these guys rates would be. And I'm like, do we even have anything in escrow? Escrow, what's that? Like escrow, bro. Like, who's giving you this money for this film? Don't worry about that. Whoa, dude, do we even have the money? It's coming. Let me know when it's coming. And dude, I didn't get a call because they got pissed off and didn't want to work me. I didn't get a call because no money never came. Like I've heard that. So, and it's no offense to you and Mickey, because I know your heart's in the right place, and maybe you guys might be able to put together, a decent chunk of change. But from the numbers I'm hearing, that's probably like 4 different Comic-Cons we can go and like maybe even get a booth, and we can talk offline about like getting a booth and
I'm down to get a booth
and organizing cosplayers and like who's playing what. Okay, let me look at my scripts. Let me look at my notes. I need to team up, Batman. I need to team up Batman with this person. I need to team up Joker with this person.
But that's something that we should talk about is when we get a booth is getting like a banner. You know what I'm saying? Spending the money to go get a banner.
Sure, advertising.
That would say Zombie Squad or Rogues Gallery, Sinister Infinite on the, and do a promotion that way and flyers, and then like say whatever tracks I got out, we could do a cross promotion, be like, hey, I also do music. Like here's my card, here's all my music on my card, because nobody gives out CDs anymore. Those days are obsolete.
Yeah.
Those days are over, that people are passing out.
Give a card with a code for a free download or something.
Yeah. Like like I'm willing to do that and putting all my music together and putting out a website and saying, here's all my music, here's a free, or just putting out a free download. Say, here's all the tracks I've been working on in the last year. Just put out 10 tracks. Whatever, dude, it's free. I don't give a shit. I got enough tracks to put out 10 tracks. Here's all the material that I've done in recent years, which nobody's ever heard before.
But guess what? $1,000 is just like making the production I already had going just a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah.
We go to like 4 or 5 different Comic Cons and we can get a.
But we were talking about putting $1,000 a piece. So we were talking about like roughly $3,000.
$3,000.
Yeah, because we were talking about putting $1,000 a piece.
Last year I already spent $1,000 on all the different cons, the gas driving to them, Airbnbs. I'm willing to put up
to
the cons, food. I probably put up $1,000.
I'm willing to put up $1,500 if Don can put up the other $1,500. That'll be $3,000.
Hey, listen,
you already put your time and effort.
No. That's fine. No. I mean, fourth season is fourth season. Okay, so that's $1,000, $1,000. So that's $3,000.
Yeah.
So that's like a third. That's like 1/3 of an episode of True Conviction. That's just 1/3 of one episode of a crime show. Maybe a fourth. That's just 1/4. Wait a minute. No, that's 1/5. 3 times 5 is 15. So that's just 1/5. So that's like, if they're spending 5 days shooting True Conviction, $3,000 is a legitimate day to shoot a crime show. So $3,000. So we're able to pull off one day of shooting, like paying the people that we need to pay.
Mm-hmm.
That's just one day of an episode's production. Most of these episodes are roughly like a five day production per episode. It's about $3,000 a day because you get a cinematographer, an AC, a cam op, a lighting grip, a sound guy, makeup, wardrobe, all the props and materials, and wardrobe person, hair and makeup person, all the wardrobe and props, the food, the location, and all the other maybe gear rental, vehicle. So it's like, and don't be late. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, I can get a car. You can. Yeah, I got a big truck. Okay. But your truck is going to be hauling all the gear. You fuck around and you're late with the gear, you put the production behind. If you rent a car and you hire a PA to drive it, and you're late, that's not a problem because the PA is going to bring the truck full of gear and the PA will be on time. Yeah, but we don't need all that. Okay, then be there fucking early. But a lot of people I know have tardiness issues. I know a lot of people with tardiness issues. So it's like, everyone's like, oh, I know a guy. Oh, I can do that. That's when you start shooting yourself in the foot. But like $3,000, okay, $3,000 is going to go to all the fucking Comic Cons. That's all we got. 1,000, totaled out to $3,000. That's fucking awesome, dude. Nice Airbnb, VIP tickets to the Comic Cons, and maybe getting a booth and kind of organizing, getting the cosplayers organized better. That's a great idea. I like it. It's not going to be like the in-depth upscale production of those, narrative recreation scenes. That's $3,000 ain't going to cut it. Not even for one episode. Like I'll dump $1,000 into it. No problem. I have it. But guess what? The talking heads is still going to be you, me, and him in front of this green screen still. Like we did twice before. You know what I'm saying? real facts, man. So, yeah, dude. Of course, he's not on the podcast to like discuss it. He's missing an action somewhere, but whatevs. What's going on with work, man? Fighting that COVID, saving lives, putting out fires.
Yeah, doing the same thing, you know. So,
what's next in the works, man? You got a track you can play me?
I got about 3 tracks in the works right now.
You know how to do a screen share and play a track and do it on screen and play it on screen share?
I can try to figure that out.
So open up one of your tracks, like maybe in music or iTunes or something.
It's not in iTunes right now. It's still in Machine.
Okay, so open up Machine and play it.
I'm doing screen share right now.
Okay.
So, Machine 2 breakbeat.
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Nope.
Why can't you hear it?
I don't know. I should be able to.
I mean, I just clicked on it. It says you are screen sharing.
I mean, I see it. I see you got levels and everything. I'm just not hearing it.
Can you hear it?
No.
That's weird.
You know what? Let me try something here. All right. All right, maybe that's something we got to figure out next time. Like, yeah, if
I like it.
that's fine, man. No worries. I can't hear it. It's not coming through. So it's something you got to do in. Oh, go to advanced. All right, go to screen share. And then at the top, it says advanced. Go to that and music or computer sound only.
Okay.
And then I don't know, pick what it is you're trying to share. Maybe, I don't know. I've never had this issue because every time I've tried to share something, you can hear it. I'm not sweating it, man. Don't worry about it. We'll try that out next time we're on the podcast. But what's next on the agenda, man? Like what's next on your agenda for next 6 months?
Doing some, like I told you before, I want to do some live shows. So that's what's on the next agenda. So in Fredericksburg. So
At a location?
Yeah.
Like on location, not virtual, on location.
No, on location. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely on location. And I'm looking into getting a screen, put that together, and putting like Rogues Gallery in the background, kind of like how we were doing before with the live stream, except for a projector and a projection screen. So I've been looking at getting that on Amazon, and I really want to focus on that. Maybe do the live show and hook up a camera to it and film that live as well. Like, I don't know if you ever seen that before. Like, people have a camera set up and they see exactly what you're doing, except it's on the projection screen.
Mm-hmm.
So
like, it's a live show. The audience is in front of you, but maybe you got a camera like over your deck, and they can see that on the screen.
yeah, so it'll be pointed toward me. You know what I'm saying? Or in the
You should do it overhead.
or just angle it. Yeah, or I could just do it overhead, and then it will be on the projection screen of what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You know, and some of it, like I was thinking about just playing Rogues Gallery, Sinister Infinite, just like on YouTube, I have a loop to all the different episodes, how we were doing it before.
Mm-hmm.
And because I thought that looked really cool when we did that on the live stream.
Yeah.
Like, it looked super dope. And I think it would look better on a projection screen, like in front of a live audience.
Hell yeah.
I mean, so, and just like, this is all going to be like, basically my setup will be a machine with a Kai MPK Mini, one turntable, which would be the Newmark, the smaller joint that I got. And then just one mixer hooked up to Serato and machine at the same time, and then a monitor.
Okay.
And then just like not my complete setup, but just something on a smaller scale where I can be like, okay, because I downgraded a lot of shit, or I have a lot of smaller equipment, like a smaller beat machine that I got. Like the Machine Micro is more for doing live shows, and it's more accessible.
Yeah.
So, but I still have my regular, or the big machine here. I just keep that in the studio, and then I mean, I could fit everything into a laptop bag pretty much. And so it's all compact.
Yeah, that's
I don't
good.
really have to carry a lot of, I don't have to transport my whole entire setup, just a laptop.
If you were like go from location to location. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my next step, is get that projection screen and rock out with that. So I mean, they're doing shows around here locally. That's right down the street. I don't have to travel far.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I want to take it further, or they're playing DC, like, hey, I've been doing shows here for like the past 2 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like on a regular basis, like they have shows like every week out here, you know, live, or they have open mics and stuff that you can just set up your equipment and just rock out, and just people just pop in, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like, hey, this dude's fucking legit, you know, like I just show up down the street with my equipment, just like kind of like Shorty's was, you know what I'm saying? They got a bar kind of like Shorty's down the street, and like Shorty's was a dope spot. I really miss that place because like back in the day, like people could just show up with some records, man, and like they were from the neighborhood, and like if they just wanted to spin, they could just come up and throw down, you know, like that's what kind of like this place is, that I can just show up and kind of be like, hey, I want to play here, you know, on Sundays, and then you just get a small crowd to start, and like people will be like, hey man, this dude's really dope, man, why don't you come out on Sundays? This dude's been coming out here every week. Like, because there's not that many people around here in Fredericksburg that are doing like live production. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like making beats. Like there's DJs are a dime a dozen. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's rare that you see somebody come with a bunch of gear and just set up and just start to rock out. You know, just pop up and be like, okay, I'm gonna rock out an hour set and play like the tracks that I've been working on for like the last year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like stuff that we worked on with Zombie Squad, and then like I could promote like Sinister Infinite and Rogues Gallery that way too. Be like, hey, this is what we're doing. You know, check us out. You know, here's all my music. Here's a free download. Fucking check this out. So that's my goal in the next 6 months is to rock out some shows and, DC. I mean, shit's starting to open back up, like,
Well, yeah, if you think so.
I mean, it's not opening up like wide open, but they are doing a lot more than they were before. And like even the comedy shows has opened up a lot, And that's still popping off. Like there's a lot of shows around here that people are doing live stand up. I mean, for a smaller crowd, of course, you can't get too many people in there, but I mean, still, you get in front of 12 people, you work out your material or whatever. I think that's pretty cool. Or, I mean, shoot, even if I play for 20 people, and I just want to play my music. I talked to Don about that. He goes, "Well, you should just go bigger, man. I think you should just go bigger." I'm like, dude, I just want
Now
to play,
listen,
man. I
yeah,
was like, listen,
exactly,
I just want to
exactly,
play, dude. It doesn't
exactly. I'm
it
not
doesn't
like
matter, man.
I'm
I
not
just want to play music, man. That's it.
I'm not trying to like, and I'm not trying to dump on him because he's got good ideas, and I know his heart's in the right place, but it's like you got to pull the trigger, and you got to pull the trigger on something, and you got to experiment, and you got to fail, and that's it.
Yeah. I mean, if they think my music sucks, then so be it.
So
Whatever,
fuck 'em.
dude. Like, but I think I've been putting out some really good tracks. I mean, I'm coming out like kind of my own style of music, per se. And like, I mean, it's all like dope shit, man. I've been coming up with. So I'm excited to get out there and like they got a live show, I think tomorrow. I just want to show up my equipment, man, and see what's up.
Absolutely.
Rock out, maybe play for an hour or whatever, like switch it up a little bit. Like I'll cut a record to like some of my own tracks or, stuff that I was working on in the past or maybe I'll pull out some old stuff that I did back in the day that nobody's ever heard before. Like I got an archive of stuff I've been working on for a long time. And a lot of it is in Machine. So it's real easy for me to just hook up and just play or just make a beat from scratch. You know what I'm saying? Like and just be like, okay, I'm going to rock the beat machine for a minute and go on from there. So that's what I'm looking into and hooking up the Chaos pad and maybe doing some like dope effects with that, like I was doing before, and just kind of just rock out, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, like I'm not here to like dump on Don, aka Mickey. I'm not here to dump on you. Like you guys got ideas, man. You guys got good ideas. I know your heart's in the right place. I know you guys passionate about this, that, and the other thing. Like as far as like the whole pitch goes with Rogues and Sinister and like getting investment and getting finances, like it's not that simple. It's not. It really isn't. And we can talk more in depth about like future ideas and this, that, and the other thing. And I like it, man. I do. I'm not saying I don't. I really like it. I like where our heads are at and we want to do big grandiose things. But it's like I've been saying time and time again, man. Like you got to pull the trigger on something. I've been saying this on the show, and I've been saying this to you guys. It's like you got to pull the trigger on something. And I know that it's not. I know it's not that easy. I know it's not. It's like
nothing's easy. I mean, you just gotta.
No.
Like I could sit here all day and make beats. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't.
Yeah, dude. Like, listen.
It doesn't matter though. It doesn't matter though. Like I can do this all day. And like, man, man, that's a dope track. But if I don't get out and like play my music, like nobody will ever know. There's only so much you can do on the internet.
Yeah.
As far as like getting your music out and like, I really just want to play, man. That's it. And I think that it's time. Like I tried to get Mickey involved in that and Like sometimes he seems motivated, and then he said he wanted to work on this new track that he had an idea for. I was like, okay, but he didn't really. It seemed like he didn't have like a set idea. He's like, well, let's meet up. I was like, okay, well, what do you want to do? I was like, do you want to get in the studio and start making this track ASAP? I was like, you said you have the equipment. I was like, so let's put something on paper together. Like, what do you want first? When I come up with an idea, man, I always kind of have some type of formula, you know, like, or I'm gonna rock the drums first, or I'm gonna
Right.
come up with a chorus, or I'm gonna come up with a bass line first. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, this is what I'm gonna rock out with first. Okay, that bass line sounds dope. I'm gonna add it up I'm gonna add it up as an intro, you know, and then I'm gonna rock the drums, and then I'm gonna add stuff to it as the track progresses.
Right.
You know, I kind of have basically an idea of how I'm gonna lay the track down, or like I'll play with different sounds, and then I'll come up with it that way. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do a melody first, and like sometimes I rock with the drums, sometimes I rock with the horns. You know, that's just how I do it sometimes. Or sometimes I rock with the bass first, and then I come with the kick drum, or then I come with I come with a break in between. You know, that's just, you got to come up with some type of formula though. Like I was like, well, what's your formula for this track? You know, what's your idea?
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you want to come with the melody first and then come with some vocals over the melody? Like, how you want to work it? Like, as a producer, I got to know those type of things because I'm the one like engineering the whole operation. You know what I'm saying? If I'm the main producer and he's the executive producer, then he's basically, I'm the one completely in control, and he's adding his input and his whatever he wants to within the track. That's what separates
Of
a
course.
producer and an executive producer.
Right.
You know, people don't understand that. Let's just get that straight. The producer is the one that's calling the shots. The executive producer is like the man behind, is like adding. Like, 'cause I've worked as an executive producer on tracks before. And like, hey, I want this to sound this way, or hey, man, I think this bass line will work out better on this joint.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where kind of me and Don kind of bump heads a little bit when we're working on music. But you know, that's just how it goes. So I'm interested in seeing what kind of ideas he wants to do. I was like, well, let's not talk about it, be about it. Let's lay something down, give to the person that you're working on a track with, and let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
You know, like that one track we worked on. I was like, dude, the track's already almost done, dude. Like, how long were you? He's like, oh, well, if you just email it to me. I'm like, if I email it to you, it's going to sit in your box for like 2 years. How about I just do it right now?
I mean, dude, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's rare to have cohesion. You know, the second you have it, I mean, like, when I get you guys here, I've got an agenda. I've got a script. You guys have a creative process. He has a totally different creative process than you do. Like, you've got your character. You want me to send you the scripts ahead of time. You do your best to memorize it. When I sit you down, you know, I direct you one way than I direct him. You know, and he's got a different creative process, and he might want to say things differently. Well, as far as the director goes, with no money to pay people, I'm like, hey, I'm going to give you a little bit more creative freedom in spite of what little upfront cash money payment I'm able to give you guys. So, you know, there's like this, you know, tricky balance that I'm all for. And as things progress and then there's different controls and there's different factors and logistics, you know, like it may go differently, but look, man, I mean, it is what it is. And it's tough. It's tough to be creative with somebody else. You guys partnered up on something for a little bit, and I'm not necessarily saying this about Mickey, you know, that it would sit in his. I'm not saying it would sit in his inbox forever. I'm pretty sure he would knock it out because, you know, he is looking to get into production again, music production again. Now, but I get what you're saying because I've dealt with that with a lot of other people in the past, man. Dude, what's going on with that track, man? I'm just gonna finish it, man, because you're holding me up. I'm just gonna finish it. I couldn't agree with you more. I've been in the same boat. I've been in the same seat. So, well, that's good, man.
Plus, it's easier for me to finish it up because
it's already there. It's right there. Like what? But you can't email that thing. First off, you can't email it. It's probably what, like a gig, so you can't email that.
Yeah, I mean, it would be.
You'd have to Google Drive it.
For me to break everything down because you have to track everything out. Like for me to just track everything out in Logic would be real easy for me to do it from here because Machine and Logic work well together because it's real easy to track everything out in Logic because it's just how the computer's programs talk to each other.
Right.
And like that's just how it works, man. And I've worked with enough programs where like I'm not gonna put out a shitty product. You know, like if it doesn't sound good, I'm not gonna send it out. Like I'm gonna make it sure that it's the sound quality is at the top, you know? I'm not gonna put out garbage. But I just want the track to be finished. So
yeah.
I mean, so yeah, that's one of the tracks I've been working on is that one that me and him been doing is playing it live and seeing how it works, you know, see if the people like it, you know.
Sure.
But
yeah, man. Well,
I think Don should get back into production like full force.
I agree. I agree, man. I agree.
Like, I mean, he's dope,
he's
dude.
Talented.
Like,
he's dope. He's dope.
He's real good at Logic.
I still use his tracks, bro. I still use his tracks in productions. I still use them. Like his work, you know, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, is like the theme songs for half of Zombie Squad and Dead on Picture stuff.
Yeah.
It's the background. It's like, some of it is theme song. Some of it is like the main score theme songs or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know why he kind of took a break from it. You know, maybe he had some
personal stuff
going on, but
yeah, personal stuff. I mean,
we've all taken time off. I can't say that I haven't stepped away from it for some time, but I always like at one point, man. I was struggling, man. I had to sell everything. I sold all my equipment, man. At one point, like
I remember,
I was just at the point of my life I was at. I had to get rid of everything, man. It like crushed me, man. I sold every piece of equipment.
I remember.
And then I was like, man,
that was at the College Park attic or something.
No, that was before that.
Right.
That was before that. That was when I moved from Baltimore back on my brother. I sold everything. I sold all my records. I sold the MPC. I had a digital piano. I had a Korg Triton. I had two Technique 1200s. I had I had everything, man. I sold it all. I was flat broke, man, but I needed the money, man. So I was like, fuck that. And that's when I bought the machine. I found a machine for like $200, man, off the internet. $200. And that's like the first piece of equipment that I bought. You know, when I started to get everything back, I was like, okay, I'm going to start off with that and start, you know, making beats again. Because when I sold everything, I kind of like was at the point where I wanted to give up. I was like, whatever. And then like I didn't. I was like, I'm going to go buy this machine. And then just shit started turning around, man. Like I
And
worked.
that's the thing, dude. Like you stuck with the music production. You stuck with the
Yeah.
music production. You became an electrician. Hold on. You were managing a hotel, managing another hotel. Then you were catering. Then you were bartending. Then you were a bar back and a server, food server, waiter, whatever you want to call it. Then you were an electrician. Then you became a firefighter. But that entire time, all that I've known you, whether you knock out one track a year, two tracks a year, or one track a month, you've always stuck with the rapping and the music producing. So it's like you stick with it, man. I mean, like if we're 60 and something kicks off, fuck it. At least it kicked off then. But like people are like, nah, man, my deadline's 45 or I'm going into fucking, plumbing. I'm like, then dude, call it quits now. Because, and I've said this on this show probably every other fucking episode, and this is episode 70 or 71, I think, but every other episode I said, dude, all my fallbacks have still been within the realm of AV, audio, video, film and TV, video production, audio production, all my fallbacks. So like, obviously, I want to write and direct and produce film and TV, narrative, horror, comedy, action, you know what I mean? Predators, Terminators, Marvel, DC shit, that's what I want to write, produce and direct and act. But the live streaming, the AV the live concerts, live events, audio, video, live streaming, virtual conferences, podcasts, acting in commercials, acting in those industrial training videos. And then I started acting just to fill in the schedule. I mean, it's like, no matter what it is that I did, I made sure it was within the realm, with the exception of joining the National Guard, but that's like part time.
Yeah.
That was like a fallback. If absolutely positively nothing out there, I could get on some kind of orders. I could call my unit and be like, hey, I'm about to go broke. I'm about to starve to death. I need help. And they would help. They would like put me on some sort of mission, some sort of order, something like that. But, like the second you think something's, the second you think you got to call 911 in regards of like, help, I need help, work, something would come in and then something would build on top of that. And you learn new craft and you'll learn new trade and like the live streaming, like, thank God I jumped on live streaming as far like I saw the potential. And I was like, this is obviously going to be like the next big thing. And that's all it is now. So anyway, any last point of it? I mean, yeah, man, like in my opinion, man, like you're a success, dude, because you still stuck with it. That's a success to me, is you stuck with it. I remember those days when we were fucking mad struggling.
Yeah, times were rough, man. I mean, you got to look back at those times, like, and just think, like, I'm so blessed of where I'm at right now. And,
Blessed.
And like, it's just amazing that me and you are still making it happen and still in production and like shit, man. We've been friends for like 30 years, man. So
25, yeah. 25 fucking years,
yeah,
dude.
20,
like
25 years. I mean, we've been working on projects, man, since shit like 2005, 2006 when we linked up, man. So we've been doing it for a long time, and I'm just blessed to have you and Don and my brother and just people that are supportive, my family, and just like we just never quit. Like you never quit with the production, you never quit with just being there for me, just being a good friend and a partner. And like I feel like we're all blessed. Like Don's doing real well now. Like we're all struggling, man. Like when we went out to Brooklyn, like we were just working on that film project, Below the Rim. Like all of us were struggling, dude. We were broke. It was horrible. We were all cooped up in that one bedroom apartment, like four of us. But man, those are the times I remember, man. Those are the struggling times that I remember, and like I'm thankful for those times because it makes you a better person, it makes you stronger. Because if you don't struggle, you don't know what it's like to struggle. So I'm so blessed of like the equipment I worked really hard to get, and just the hard work that we all put into it. And Zombie Squad, dude.
Zombie Squad. Just
Yeah, Sinister Infinite and Rogues Gallery, man. Check us out.
well, there it is. There's the plugs too. Great, man. Hey, listen, this was a fun little roundtable, man. I'm glad you showed up. I'm glad you popped on. Yeah, you heard it here. Zombie Squad, Sinister Infinite, Rogues Gallery. To my viewers out there, I certainly hope we've earned the privilege of your time and viewership. And until next time, you know what to do.
Yeah, ring that bell, man. Give us some likes, subscribe to all of our links, www.deadonpictures.com, YouTube, Sinister Infinite, Rogues Gallery. You can check us out at Zombie Squad, at Instagram. You can check us out on Facebook at Zombie Squad 211. Check out my music on the band with Zombie Squad 211. Check us out.
You heard it here. Check us out.